Jungle.
Welcome back to the mashup. I'm your host Aaron Gomez, and I'm joined by Liam today. Liam.
Yes.
So before we get started, remember guys, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And our website actually just got up. Thank you to Liam and Lauren for making the site. So we have a special guest today, Ravin Patel.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Good, man.
So Ravin goes to NSU,
yeah.
NSU, and he's actually a med student right now. And what year are you in?
My third year right now.
So you're in your third year. So what?
Out of 20? Did you say?
Feels like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, how
kidding.
like logically, like how many years would it be to like finish everything?
So you have like 4 years of undergrad, you have 4 years of med school, and then you do your residency, which is like your specialization.
Yeah.
So that can last anywhere from like the shortest, like 3 years, to up to 5 to 6 years. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, you have like a fellowship if you want to like
Oh
super
my
specialize.
God.
So it's like 1 to 2 years. So you can keep going for like 12 years.
So when do you expect yourself to be done? Like what age?
Well, I'm 24 right now, so I'll finish med school at 25, finish residency
Yeah.
at 28, and then a fellowship at 29.
Yeah. So like, and if no one knows me, like all of us in this room actually went to high school
Yeah.
together, and we haven't, really reconnected since, and we went our different paths. But Ravin wanted, you always wanted to be like a doctor, so
Yeah.
it was always your dream, and it was even in your Mr. Geese skit that you wanted to
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So what drove you to go to a certain practice, and like how many times have you switched over?
I think I've switched over like twice because I think you don't really know, like going into med school, you think a certain thing because you have like this outsider's view on what that field is.
Mm-hmm.
But once you actually get in it and you like live their life, because during your third year, you spend a month in each different field.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you see what it actually is. And on the surface level, it looks good. But when you're actually in it,
Yeah.
you either hate it or you love it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because I remember we were talking before you were here, the last update I got on you was like, oh, are you doing physical medicine? And you told me you're trying to go into family and then
Yeah.
transition into sports. I'm like, okay. So that's why I was wondering, like, what made it be your choice? Because I have experience in family medicine because I was scribing
Yeah.
before, and I love family medicine. I think it's the most, out of all the practices, it's the most rewarding, and
Yeah.
like that's where the most relationships are built. Especially, I just think that, I guess the money is short, you can say,
Yeah.
but it's like the most rewarding, and you get to really build that relationship. But what was your reasoning for family and then finding that transition into sports?
So family initially was, the money is the issue, but it's how hard you work. Any field
Yeah.
you pick, you can make as much or as little as money as you want. That's the great thing about medicine. It's like
Yeah.
if you work harder, you'll make more.
Yeah.
But with family, the best part is I saw the ER life, and it was just like you see them for like 2 to 3 hours, and you never see them again.
Exactly.
But with family,
yeah.
it's like people are coming back like, oh, thanks for doing that. Like, that really helped me out. Or you really get to know them and kind of get more time with them to get their whole story. And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you don't actually need this medication. It's because you're doing this. Or like, if you
Yeah.
stop that, we could take off all these meds.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times people don't get to that opportunity with the doctor if they're in the hospital or in the emergency room.
Yeah, I do I just remembered that you were actually wanted to do emergency room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier. And it's funny because family medicine's like I said, you do build a relationship, but it's also kind of difficult because some people don't take their medicine.
Yeah, it's
So
frustrating.
that them taking medication, it's kind of, that's what my doctor personally, because he's a young doc and that's his gripe, like
Mhm.
prescribing medications and telling them to lose weight, which is such a pain. But I mean, as a doc, working to become a doctor, a lot of things with the med field is like, are they talking about preventative nutrition, or is it just like the holistic care of actually medicating people? So how
Yeah.
is it like med school today, since you have an up-to-date experience?
So I think med school has the resources if you want to pursue like a preventative and like kind of holistic. Like that's how our school is. It's very holistic, like taking into multiple factors. Like
Yeah.
it's not just, oh, they're not taking their medications. It's like, oh, they actually can't afford it, but no one's asking if they can
Yeah.
afford it, or they don't know actually how to take it. So I think if you take ownership of that and like kind of pursue that with each patient, you're going to be more rewarding, and then you can even help out certain patients, because sometimes a lot of doctors like that we even work with are just like, oh, they don't want to take it, fine, they just document it and move on.
Yeah.
But if you take the extra second and be like, oh, why aren't you taking it? They're like, oh, I don't even know how to take it, or it makes me feel bad.
Oh my god.
But
You don't
like-
know how to take vitamins?
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah, but
and sometimes they don't even take it right, so it's not working for
it's
them.
like, to be honest, like when I was scribing, it you just interact with so many different demographics, and like it's crazy because I had like, you know, some like PTSD people, and you really just see everything, and it's tough because it's hard to tell an Asian guy or a Hispanic to not eat rice because your diabetes is bad. So like trying to tell that to them is kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
like
that happens a lot.
I need a new
It
doctor.
happens, and it's like, it's funny because like, well, they'll come in like, you know, have their 6 month or 3 month. It's like, have you been exercising? And you know, like if they haven't been with their fucking, it's just, it's
Listen,
a matter
I
if they
was
want to tell
gonna,
you.
but
Yeah, they have like all the reasons in the
my
world.
cat's been sick.
Yeah, like I had to tie my shoes. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't. But it's like,
I had to clean out my rice cooker. Like,
yeah. So balancing med school and actually a social life, and you actually run your own fitness account on the side. How do you find that middle for everything?
Just doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing is like you have to give some certain things up. Like after every exam, I don't go out and like get a drink with people. I'll just like go to the gym, or like you got to just give up some study time. Like you can't study. Like some people in my class study 12 hours a day. Like
you just gotta
can
study smart.
10.
Yeah.
You know, like, and when you're studying, like
Study 10. Like, yeah, just casually
just
start
study
10.
10. Like
Shade off those 2 hours. I'm like, what? I always study
if you're
like,
going past
I can
3,
go-
you might as well just go to 12.
I can
That's what I
do
think.
6 hours. That's fine. 8 hours. Yeah. Yeah. What am I saying? 10 hours isn't that bad.
Fuck, I can't even read IKEA instructions.
Oh my
furniture
god.
together,
Well, that's
bro.
the thing.
It's no
Like,
way
I've
I'm
been to
studying
the
for
Cherry
12
Hill
hours.
Library and done like an 8-hour binge.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God.
it's actually not that bad.
yeah, and you break it up. It's like 4 hours in the morning, 4 or 5 hours at night.
I mean, listen, you have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
If you wake your ass up early
That's another
and literally discipline yourself to do it, it's possible.
No, just a lot of people will say like, "Oh, I don't have the time," and it's like frustrating. Like,
No.
I literally don't have the time. Like,
Yeah.
our first semester is like 34 credits. Like,
Oh
you're,
my
like,
god.
into med school, like fast paced, 8 to 5
Sounds like a lot of
classes.
credits.
Yeah, we took like 60 exams like in 1 year. Like, you can make the time. Like, if you can make the time to watch Netflix,
Okay.
if you can make the time to go out to
Yeah.
eat, you can do all that. And then, like, oh, I'm stressed. I'm not going to go for a week before the exam. It's like, but you're not. I know you're not studying for like
Yeah.
the 24 hours in a day. Like,
I mean, have you lost like a lot of people since the start of med school? Like people getting dropped out, kicked out?
we
or-
lost a few, but then some. It's like it
Like-
really wasn't for you.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you wanted to be there, like
Yeah. You
there's
gotta,
enough resources.
you gotta
like,
have your heart into it.
Yeah, and they don't want you to drop out. Like they really do a good job of
Yeah.
helping you out.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
Like even if you fail out of classes, they'll be like, "Hey, listen, like we're gonna put you in this remediation. Like, you start over, or like they'll just make you repeat the year. But it's not like we're just kicking you out. We're giving up on you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is good.
That is really good. You need that kind of support.
No, it's good. And I was wondering because everyone can find a reason. I mean, find the time to actually do things. And I even tell people with like reading. And I was
Yeah.
telling like someone, and they were like, "Oh, I don't have time to read." I'm like, "Well, if you minus the time with your ass on YouTube on your
Yeah.
phone, you can make the time." You know, it's just that's the thing with you and your whole account is you're really big on the motivation
Yeah.
and like the Gary V thing, which I highly respect. Because I mean, you're working out, you're doing med school, and like I'm just working and I'm not even like hitting
But
the
you're
gym
working,
anymore.
it's
Yeah,
like
no, I got respect for anyone that's working, but you're doing and some, you know, and
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. You just make us feel like shit, dude. That's
No,
what we're trying to say.
I just want to do it because I just feel like
I think it's therapy. for
it's
you.
therapeutic, and it's also just like I can't do just like sit around and just like wait for stuff because I have these like I have such like high ambition that I just feel like because I see people like Gary Vee and all these people who like don't have to work and just like actually get to live their life on their terms.
And that's not like realistic or pragmatic. To,
Right,
like,
but
all
I
of
just
us.
hate that people say that. Like a lot of people I have like these like the idea of just like working when I want to work and just like if I want to take 2 months off and they're like, oh, like you can't do that as a doctor. But it's like no, like I want to do other stuff that will make that happen.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if you just sit on the side and be like, oh, that'll never be me. Like yeah, it's not going to be you. But if you try, the worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to be you. And then you're like, all right, well I tried. Like
Yeah, no, absolutely. What made you start this fitness account knowing you had this workload already?
yeah. So I've been following like fitness YouTube since like 11th grade when I like started working out, and
Yeah.
then I was just like, if I'm watching all this, like, why don't I just do this? These people are like, all they do is work out, and like they're paid to work out, so that's why they look great. But I just wanted to add something new, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm not like the best like in shape, but like it's like the more realistic, like no like steroids or anything.
Yeah.
This is just like raw. Like you can do it. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to buy all these expensive proteins and all this stuff. Like because I don't even take like a protein powder to just start like a
Yeah, no.
vegan one. Like
That's the thing with like, you know, all the supplement companies now.
Yeah.
They think it's a magic product like
Yeah.
this and this, but it's really bare bones, really. Like honestly, when I was lifting, it was just, you know, creatine, protein, That's it, really. And
That's
if
it,
you
yeah.
want to throw in a pre-workout, you can throw in a pre-workout. I think caffeine gets a bad gripe
Yeah.
when you should really understand and look up how many of the dosage you can actually take in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Really not bad for you. But yeah, just like I think fitness nowadays and nutrition is just evolving because now people are talking about all meat diets and
Yeah.
like intermittent fasting. And when you hear all meat diets, it's kind of weird because
Mhm.
you assume like, steak and stuff like that is bad for you. But like people like Jordan Peterson is doing that and his family's doing it and they're having great
He's
results.
doing it for health issues.
Yeah, he's doing it for health issues.
Yeah.
I forget what he said.
I have no idea.
But
I just know it's something with health, I guess. I'm not a doctor.
No,
Even.
but like we're the average Joes. But like yeah, no, Joe Rogan, the Oprah of men. Yeah, he was mentioning like that type of diet, and I know someone that's doing intermittent fasting now. You don't do that, right?
No, I don't. I just
yeah.
get a headache.
Yeah, I know someone that actually did intermittent fasting, and they lost so much weight.
It definitely
And
works.
It definitely works. I think it's just how your body reacts.
Yeah, I think people do this thing where they're like, oh, I'm an intermittent fast. And it's like, if that's not for you, it's not for
It's
you.
not.
Like, you can't do my diet. Like, I do, like, I'll, like, stop eating carbs towards the afternoon. Like, I can eat very small portions, but most people can't eat the amount of calories I eat. Like,
Yeah.
how little I eat.
Do you track your calories? Or you
I
do
do
the
like a rough
macros?
estimate.
Okay.
I've tried macros, but it's like, it's just too hard for me. I wanna give it an honest go, but I just haven't had the time really.
It's a lot of math.
Which is
No, it is. It's a lot of
It is.
consideration and
Yeah.
Like,
portioning.
I'm fat right now, but a couple of years ago when I was doing like powerlifting with Rick,
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
used to do that shit, I was like eating like 5,000 calories a day.
and it's hard. People are like, oh, I'll just eat
crazy.
more calories. Like,
Dude, it's
No,
like
he
you
was
literally
big.
like, get
Sick.
tired of eating food.
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the
it's-
thing. People think losing weight's hard. Gaining weight is such a
Losing it after you gain, it's even harder.
Yeah.
yeah. Because Liam, you did I don't know what you were taking for like supplements, but you got really big.
Oh, I
you
was
gained
like
weight.
mass gainer.
It's mass gainers, yeah. Mass
Mass
gainers-
gainers are crazy. That was like half of my calories was from mass gainers.
Well, that's the thing. Mass gainers are kind of dangerous because I think supplement companies just throw them out there, but people don't read how much sugar and all that
It's a
extra
lot.
shit
It's
is
a
in
lot,
there.
dude.
It's a lot.
But I was burning it out. I was working out like constantly.
Yeah.
And I just got like thick.
But like that's
Two
how.
Cs.
Yeah.
But that's
Three, if you want.
That's how like fitness is. It's like religion. Everyone's like, oh, do this, do that. Oh, you'll get results with this. But I don't know. It's just what you choose, and
Discipline.
it really comes to the basic bare bones of like how to work out. There's no
Yeah.
special thing
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And I was thinking, just over this break, I've taken like 2 weeks. I've been home for 2 weeks basically,
Mhm.
which is like it disrupts my entire schedule. I've gone to the gym like 5-6 times, but like when I'm really like in shape, like shredded, like it takes effort, and people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna start eating less. I'm gonna just jump on the Stairmaster for an hour, like.
No.
And you just do that 2-3 times a week, and then you go out on the weekends. It's like, no, you really got to cut out a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
like a lot of alcohol, a lot of going out, and like really devote your time. But you see the results.
yeah,
if you
no,
do that.
absolutely.
But people don't like want to give it the time. It's like you spend 3-4 years just like binging and eating, and then like expect all of it to come off in the 12-week program that you signed up on bodybuilding.com for.
yeah, yeah, it's such a waste of money.
That's the worst.
It's
Gotta do that
really
5 times in a row.
it's really the simple things that get you going, and people really get the bad notion of dieting as in starve myself.
Yeah.
And I think out of all my friends, me and Bendick have the worst because
Mhm.
we were wrestlers and I had to cut like 10-20
I
pounds.
think wouldn't eat for like a week.
Yeah, he would chew. We would do
It's
tactics
crazy.
like chew gum and then spit in a water bottle. Go into the sauna with like all clothes and trash bags. Like it was rough. Like, and it was to the point where some of my teachers were like worried, and they were like talking to my coach. And I'm like, I just gotta fucking do it. Like you just that's the thing. Like people don't understand. Like when you're in a sport, you do everything to
Mhm.
like for that sport. Yeah, diets really get a weird notion, but it's just you just got to eat the right food that gets through your system fast instead
Yeah.
of chilling in there. What do you think about that?
No, I think that's a huge thing about the diet thing in general. Like now you see like these people who are, especially on Instagram, it's opened up a new good platform for the diet thing because
Yeah.
you see these people that post pictures like, oh, this is me at 130 pounds. Like girls are like, oh, this is me at 130 pounds, and they look overweight. But then they put on muscle and they're actually eating like nutrient rich food, and it's like, oh, I'm at 130 pounds now. They look great, and they're eating like 3 times as much. You know?
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
starving themselves because like that's what people think, that people who are shredded and huge are starving themselves, but they're eating the
No.
most. But it's like,
No.
what are you putting in your body?
People need to understand when they do those weight competitions, they're only shredded for that moment.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like the last 4 weeks out.
Yeah, and it's the tanning, and their bodies are clearly dehydrated to
Yeah.
make the muscles have that pop to them. But like people don't know that. The pop.
Imagine how they're probably like how when SpongeBob needs the water. And
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, and that's their
muscles.
bodies, and they're actually smiling when they do it. But that's I maybe that's like obvious to people that are in the health community, but like the average person wouldn't know that. They just take it as is, and that's what our society is with Instagram. As you said, it is a platform, but that platform, everything has a con to it. Understanding.
And I think that people don't understand that. Like, no one is like, you can be shredded 24/7, like 365, but you're not gonna be like how people look when they're competing. Like, even they don't look like that. Like, you see people when they start their prep, it's like they're just eating whatever, working out, but they're eating healthy. But you gotta like really up your cardio. You gotta decrease your calories hard.
It's really tough. And like, what are your thoughts on like the limits of genetics? Because I did see you make a post about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's very true.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think there are, you can work out as much as you want, but there are certain limitations. Yeah. But what are your thoughts? I just wanted to hear.
I think so. I made that genetics post when it's just people like don't want to even try. They're just like,
yeah, my
parents are fat, I'm fat. Like, it's not going to change.
Yeah.
Like, I agree that you're not. If you're genetically just going to have a 2-pack showing, like, that's it. You're not going to get that shredded to have like an 8-pack like some people.
Yeah.
But I think that you can definitely work out and put on muscle. You can put on fat. Like, you can lose weight. Like, if I would lock you in a room in a basement for a week, you're going to lose weight. You're not eating calories. I think that people just attribute, I'm never going to look shredded because of that. But like, if we gave you a coach and give you all the food and you ate exactly what you're supposed to eat, you would most likely look shredded or at least lose body fat.
Absolutely. Liam?
That sounds like an insane workout program.
Yeah, what?
The first week.
Lock me in the basement.
One of my doctors said that. She's like, we had a patient come in and she's like, I can't lose weight. Like, my knee hurts. I can't work out. And then she's like, you don't have to work out to lose weight. And then she's like, what do you mean? She goes, well, if I locked you in the basement for a week, you think you're going to lose weight?
Hey, man, that shit happens.
Let me write you a prescription here.
Don't eat.
Let me have a prescription. Fucking lock yourself in the basement. That's a great one. How many times a day? BID. That's how they want it. Twice a day lock. If you guys don't know, it's twice a day. But it's... But yeah, it's just I just think nutrition just gets a weird gripe. But with the internet, I think people are really growing. Yeah. Because I talked to a physical therapist, and I mean, I always want to ask any specialist, like, hey, do you see a little disparity between different generations? He's like, yeah, like our generation's like working out. It's in their system. It's like natural, and like previous generations are kind of like lackluster because like the rippest people were just like Arnold back in the day, and that was like rare, but now like there's like anyone has the potential, the information's flowing.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation.
Yeah, no, absolutely
a lot, like that fucking Fit Tea shit.
The what?
God,
Fit Tea.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I forgot about that.
Some girl with like a thick booty, and all of a sudden she puts like and she's like, this is how I got it, drink it.
Yeah, and I
tried it. It didn't work.
I heard she's sponsored by Vima, so like, the credibility is kind of.
She was a guest star at Fyre Festival.
Yeah. Yeah. That documentary was nuts,
dude. That guy was ready to go ham.
But he was great. He's like, no, guys, it's good.
Well, if you guys don't know the Fyre documentary, you need to go on Netflix and look that up. But like the part that got me was the sandwich when like they took the picture. It's done. Like,
well, with the cheese sandwich.
The cheese sandwich, and it was over. Well, that's the thing. I didn't consider a lot of things because when they wanted to get Pablo's Island originally, I didn't consider toilets on an island. I was like, oh wow, you have to do some plumbing and install that shit, like,
or just fly over a bunch of porta potties.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. It's just you don't. There's
I don't
a lot
think
of
they did either.
Well, they did it in a short time. Which that fucked them over.
Yeah.
Like they planned it.
Well, no, it wasn't at Pablo's Island either. They got kicked off of that.
Yeah, they got kicked off, but they were too ambitious that they didn't want to, push back the date, which they should have, because they obviously shot themselves in the foot. But that you can take that in life. Like, don't have your goals, but make them logical. Yeah. Like make them achievable, and then move on and get that other
life
goal.
lesson. Don't take millions of dollars.
Yeah. Anything to add on that?
The best was also that. They were calling up people for more money. Like, you gotta load your wristband. At least start at 10 G's and we'll go up from there.
Oh my god!
You think you're coming here with a minimum of 10 G's? No, 25.
Like, that's why I don't check my emails like that. Oh, you want a Magnesis card? Like free tickets with Beyonce? Like, get the fuck out of here, man!
And they're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's actually funny because so for the mashup Instagram, someone emailed me. She's like, oh hey, we really like your pictures, we want to share it on our fashion blog. I'm like, dude, my pictures aren't even 1080, girl. Like what? Like it's like bad quality, and like it looked like shit. I'm like, okay, like go ahead. And she responded, she's like, okay, well, one shout out is $40.
Oh,
I'm like, all right,
wow.
get the fuck out. Like, this is the stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you know what? Get out of here. Get
Load
out.
my Magnesis card for fucking 10 grand. How much can that get me?
Yeah, exactly. But
One ticket. To
it's
Beyonce.
one ticket to
One
Beyonce.
shout out.
He's gonna give you like a bootleg Beyonce, and it's just like, who the fuck is this? I thought you said Beyonce. This is Beyonce. But that's the thing, like, Ravin, since you run your account, I think that's another job too, because like, you know, when you get into the nitty gritty, you have to post every day. You know, you got to keep up with your stories. Maybe post twice a day. Like, that's how I get the most. That's how I get followers, because honestly, people sometimes buy their followers,
That's
which
the
is
worst.
ridiculous, and it's shooting yourself in the foot. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think the buying the followers thing, it's like you're just losing credibility. It's like if you're willing to take shortcuts to just buy followers,
Yeah.
like what else are you willing to do? Especially if you're like someone in fitness, like then you're just gonna like cheat everyone, write these cookie cutter plans. So, but I don't know. I've been doing it like organically,
That's
just
good.
like hashtags and like
Yeah,
doing the
hashtags
posts.
are
But the posts are so hard because it's like I need someone at the gym to like film me or film myself, and then like just every day finding something new that no one else is doing is like hard.
I was gonna ask that. Like, do you film yourself? Do you use a tripod and you have like a button
Just
and
find
a
like
remote?
the buffest dude
No,
in
I
the gym.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Chad.
Can you spot my iPhone
Yo,
for me?
film me, bro.
No, it's
Put
usually-
this filter on.
It's usually the girl taking like a butt selfie. I'm like, bring that camera over here.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
come
Yo,
check
girl.
out my 6-pack real quick.
Yo, girl, bring your cheeks and that camera. Like,
No, a lot of it's like when I work out with my friends, they'll take videos, or I'll just like. Well, the best is when I have an empty gym because I can like bring over like a bench, put 100, put a 15, put a 5, and then like stack it
Yeah.
up there.
absolutely.
That's cool.
But that's good. You have friends to work out with. I think that's underrated. Like, people need
Yeah.
to have a gym partner, and that really does push you. Because I remember I worked out even with my cousin for a little bit. I was just like, I'm gonna beat this little shithead in reps. Like, you know, it's that little push that, you know, you have a good foundation. Because I seen in your previous Instagrams, what's his name? Blonde hair kid that shaved his head.
Ted shredded.
Ted,
like-
yeah. That's a great partner for you.
Yeah, because we started working out. He didn't work out. He's from
He's around.
Northfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
yeah. I
where
was
you're
wondering.
working, like,
Yeah, because he was
so-
visiting. I remember he was visiting. You
Yeah.
were snapping it, and I was like, "Is this guy from here?"
So he didn't work out, and he just played basketball. And so he's like, I asked him when we first got to college. I'm like, yo, do you want to work out? He's like, oh no, I don't know how to. Like, basically, like, I don't lift.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just like start lifting with me. So then he got super into it in 6 months, and like we were just working out like crazy. Like he was just like, yo, let's just go heavy. Like he was just throwing hundreds at me. Like, yo, just lift it. I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Because at Planet Fitness when we were in high school, I would just be like stuck at 75. I'm like, all right,
Yo,
let's lift
that's
here.
what I'm saying. I don't like Planet at all. I'm at LA now, but yeah, Planet Fitness was just a
You know what the best shit I went to is Crunch in Morristown.
crunch. I heard about that. How
And
much
it's $10
is
a
it?
month.
$10 a month.
Yeah, and it has everything. It has like 6 platforms, like dumbbells up to like 120.
Is that where you're working out in your videos right now?
Yeah.
I was wondering where you're at because I was like, okay, he's not in Planet. Because
I wasn't playing it yesterday.
Yeah. But no, Crunch. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I was looking at Edge too, but
Edge
yet
is nice.
again, I do want a spin class so I can at least keep
Yeah.
my cardio going. You know, but it's just gyms are something. There's always ups and downs, and I think it's just the battle is to get there.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hardest
I had a
part.
gym in my house.
No, yeah, he had a gym. We actually built a gym in his
Yeah.
house. So Planet Fitness. Oh, I didn't tell you this. Planet Fitness was selling their squat rack
And their
before they got
bench.
rid of it, and we got it.
And their
Oh,
bench
damn.
and
And-
their straight bars,
Yep.
all their weights.
So we took it and we put it in his garage, and it was like a sick summer because we just work out, with the garage open.
We redid all the walls and shit.
It was nice, yeah.
Damn.
And we just threw in a treadmill and
Nice
like
floor mat.
Yeah. But 2012 Planet Fitness was a vibe.
it was such a
Yes,
vibe.
dude.
It was such a vibe.
I remember you guys were like massive. I was like out here looking
Oh my
like
God.
45. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, but then when you look back, you just kind of look.
I was small as fuck, man. I think I was like 180. Not even.
Dude,
No, I was 220 when I was just when I was
220?
wow. When I enlisted, I was 220.
I was
came from
light.
190.
I was light, so for wrestling you have to do like a hydration test, and my body fat was just so low that like we had to redo it like 5 times, and they were like, all right, fucking just
4%.
move on. Like, yeah, just like move on. Like, it was tough, man. Like, I did some crazy shit for wrestling. Like,
I would have never.
Ah.
I
I love
fitness, i.e. fitness food in my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I would not starve.
so you're getting that pizza at Planet Fitness every month.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
you're
I
doing.
don't do that. I don't do that. Just because like I really don't care like if people are fat or not. If you're fat and you're working out in the gym,
Yeah.
like kudos to you.
Yeah.
It's like
You
they
know,
say,
it's
No,
good.
yeah.
Like you're trying to get it, whatever. Because I'm fucking heavy. So I'm up in there. I'm breathing heavy as fuck right now. I'm sweating just thinking. Okay.
And it's bad because they say that's like making fun of like a sick person in a hospital. It's like you're going there to
better
get
yourself.
better. And a lot of people say that. They're like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm embarrassed to like go. And I'm just like, just go. Like no one's watching you.
No one
like,
gives a fuck.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how my cousin is because he's he has his own personal problems and he's nervous around people. And I was just like, just work out. And he was like,
throw
wow.
on that double XL hoodie and you're good.
Yeah,
dude, that's what I do.
Dude, I need to
bro.
do that.
That's
I
what
need to do that because I hate seeing people. I'm just like, and
Keep
then
my hood up.
you're talking for like a half hour. It sucks. But so I was saying my cousin, he has like, he's very shy, and I told him like, listen, people in the gym don't give a fuck what you're doing, to be honest. And listen, you're gonna be criticized either way in life, So, and when we actually started working out for a couple weeks, and he was like, wow, like I'm more confident. Like people really don't give a shit about what you're doing in the gym, and it's true. And
Fuck no.
people should understand it. And like I know I don't know if you guys saw this on Facebook. There's a trainer who wears costumes and like baggy clothes in front of his clients so they don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
fucking
what's up.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think that's cool.
And I think what you said there is like people think working out's just like for you to like you need to get like 8-pack shredded like to like feel good, but like a lot of people that I talk to that are my friends like, dude, I just lost 5 pounds, I feel great, like I don't like care about going to the beach anymore and all that stuff. So you don't have to, there's people have different goals, like you don't have to beat everyone's goal, like you just have to beat yourself. And like if you want to lose like 5-6 pounds and that's your goal, then do it. Like
no, the thing is 5 pounds is a lot. And
people don't realize
don't realize that if you had that in your hand, 5 pounds of fat, Jesus, it's so much. And
then the other thing that's coming out I've seen on social media that people are finally like bringing to light, you can't like choose where you lose fat. It's just like you have to lose fat, and then it's like some people store it naturally at other places. You have to lose the other fat before you lose where you want to lose.
Honestly didn't think about that. But it's everyone has abs, essentially. Everyone has it. There's just something covering it up,
right?
And everyone might not have the same ab formation because like my abs used to be like crooked, like it's not like yours.
All fucked up,
it's just like kind of my bottom abs were like misaligned. It's weird but that's just how the body is. You get what you get sometimes, and as much as you put work into it, it's just how it is.
Right.
But Liam, any thoughts on that? Like it's just
that thing with the abs.
Yeah,
I definitely have like a keg. Cause like I don't.
It's there. Well, you're naturally a big guy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be like
more like the shape of like a potato. I'm Irish, so we got potato faced people.
You got
what I'm
potato.
saying? Like my whole body's basically a potato.
Yeah, but like your level.
But I'm cool with it. I could lose a couple lbs, but
But
I'm getting there.
But that's the thing. Your level of fitness and being fit is different from my level.
Yeah.
Like if you're comparing, say, like a heavyweight athlete compared to like a welter or lightweight.
Yeah.
Like the heavyweight may be bulky, but he's gonna be fit for what he is.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I mean, I could lose because like I climb for a living. You know what I mean? I climb cell towers.
Yeah.
So I could lose some weight because I know like when I make it the first 20 feet, I'm like, whew, let's take a break real quick.
Yeah.
And I have like an extra 200 feet to go. You know what I'm saying? But it's a work in progress.
No, absolutely. Like Ravin, what do you do for working out? Like, what's your routine? How often do you switch? To avoid plateau.
So I've actually been doing today. This time's the first, like in the past like 2 months, is the first time I've switched since like 2013.
Oh yeah.
So I've kept the same one, and it's been pretty good. So I did since like I got to college, I was doing like back and shoulders, abs on its own day, arms, abs on its own day, chest, abs on its own day, and then legs and abs on its own day. Yeah. And I think like you gotta just train abs every day, and then I just do cardio when I want to like cut and like look good. I'll do that every day, and I just switched to like a push pull legs kind of thing just to switch it up.
That's the way to do it. And I think like abs is a mystery, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Like people say don't work out abs every day. I do it I did every other day, And when I did it, it would be 10 minutes of straight exercises. But then if you want that bulk and you're like abdomen, you're gonna have to put some weight and do some weighted crunches.
That's why I tell people who want they're like, oh, I like lost the body fat and I don't see it. Like it's a muscle, you gotta like hypertrophy it to make it bulge out. So like I'll put them onto like, because they're just doing crunches, like air crunches. I'm like, yo, put like some weight on it. Do it on the cable. Do it on the pull-up bar. Like hanging leg raises, like actual true tests of abdomen strength. Like
absolutely. And I think little modifications, like people think the crunch is simple, but
if you do it right,
but if those people tend to like use their head instead of, you know,
Like jerking
lifting
their
their
neck.
chest and getting their actual core involved.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of defeating the purpose. I think it's like the slight modifications, like even when you're benching and you're doing dumbbell press, like if you put your legs up, you know, off the ground, and it's really focusing on your chest, and it's fucking, it's so much harder, you know. It's slight modifications, and that's why, you know, that's how it is with lifting. So.
Yeah, and I feel like with the slight modification thing, that brings me to like a different thing. That's a lot of people when you see them in the gym, they're just doing things incorrectly, and you want to just be like, listen, if you just didn't do it that, you could have been seeing results like 6 months ago.
Yeah, and that's how you get hurt.
But you can't say that. And I think everyone, when they start lifting, really should take like 2 or 3 like sessions with the personal trainer and be like, you know, like the worst, like the lat pull down, when people bring it down in front of them. Oh my God, yeah. And they're just using their arms, and I'm just like, I want to say something, but then you're going to get mad at me, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
With the back row and then yank it back. It kills me.
Yeah, it's all like... That's lifting. It's all angles, and it really is, because once you're doing, say you're on a bench, or a little bench, you know, if you're lifting like directly in front of you, it's chest, but if you go like on a slight angle up, it's shoulders, you know. But I do want to add, like, people like ego lift a lot, which is the hugest. I mean, that's how people get hurt.
I've done it too.
Yeah, absolutely. You're comparing to the other guy.
It's like if the dude next to you pulls out hundreds and you can't do hundreds.
You're like, fuck, let's go 150.
Yeah.
And I'm like 120 pounds. Yeah, you're gonna be like ripping your fucking ass apart. But it's just so, I don't know. It's like you said you had experience with ego lifting. Let's get into that. Like, how did you have that?
No, it's just like when because I work out with my friend Ted, he's just like a beast. Like he can just like, you put anything on it, it's gonna go up. So like just to match that, like you'll do it, and you're just like, oh, like just.
Yeah.
So like my friend Ted, like he'll just put on a bunch of weight, and then, you know, he'll just get it up no matter what. But then me, if I do that same weight, I just feel like I'm hurting. Yeah. Or like a lot of times I'll just go in there and like not warm up and just like do shoulder press. And then,
you
like,
need to warm up.
I've been burned too many times. So like for the past 2 or 3 years, I haven't not been warming up.
Yeah.
So the more I do that, I just feel like better. If you warm up, you're just more loose, and like
you're loose. Yeah.
Everything's better.
I mean, have you had any injuries? I'm just asking.
Nothing major.
Okay.
I remember one time I was doing like a military press, and one of the dumbbells went back.
Oh,
and that was like the worst. I just went in and grabbed 75s and just like went out. Or I think military press, when you go for that extra rep and it just like collapses your shoulder.
You need a spotter.
Yeah.
You need a
if you're
spot,
going heavy.
Man. Yeah, you cannot fuck around with that. It's like, so in high school I tore my shoulder and I had to get surgery. And the reason it happened, because like I sprained my ankle during wrestling season, and my coach needed me, so I was like, all right, fuck this. Taped my ankle up and just went in, and like this kid whooped my ass, and he literally double legged me, took me down, my shoulder just ripped. And I'm strong now, but I just think it's so critical for it. Even injury or not, you need to warm up. It's just so much better. You're just proning yourself to injury if you don't warm up. And I don't know. People think lifting is just such an easy thing, but it's an art to it. You know, it's once you get into nitty gritty of anything like this, like some people think like, oh, you're just podcasting, you're just plugging in, you're recording.
You should see the setup here. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, the knobs.
Yeah, knobs. Yeah. That's what everybody says. Like, oh, look at those fucking knobs over there. Like, what is that? But yeah, no, everything, there's work to everything.
Yeah.
And
it's a bunch of knobs.
Just knobs, man.
Yeah, and people discredit a lot of it, and I think that's with anything. People just try to discredit a lot. It's like, oh, he just like runs a fitness account. I could just post workout videos. It's like, it's a lot. It's like to think of something new. It's like, can't just be like, oh, let's do bench press again. Like,
yeah. No,
and then like a lot of people are embarrassed. Like, oh, I would do that, but I'm embarrassed to take the videos. I'm like, just do it.
Do it.
Like, who cares? They're
That's
gonna
how.
Oh, that dude's or whatever. But when you make it, they're big.
We already embarrassed ourselves.
Like you already put your entire life on Instagram, anyways. What's like a video of you lifting?
And it's like if it's something you like to do, like some people just do stuff because they're like, oh, I should do that. But like Gary Vee has this thing where he's just like, I don't care if you go to Coachella and spend like $2,000 going to it, but don't do it just because you want to show people that
that you went to Coachella.
Like, if you're actually like. I think half the people that go like don't even care about festivals. They just like
they don't know
those.
Yeah,
they want a 300-second Snapchat.
Exactly. They want to wear a hat and a nice outfit and just take pictures at Coachella.
They just do it for like the snap. Like, they're just like go to do stuff where it's
That's
just like
true.
If you genuinely enjoy doing something that costs money, people think it's a waste, and it's like no, I actually like doing this.
Yeah, no, have your heart into it, and this is what drives me to do this. Just passion.
You like it, yeah.
And I like talking to people, and like this conversation, like every episode, I really don't write notes for episodes, so I kind of try to keep it natural. But I mean, maybe notes would help so I can guide the conversation, but still, like, I just come off the top of the dome and this is just us talking, you know, casually.
It's just, like, unscripted.
Yeah, and I tell all my guests, like, hey, if you're coming here, like, it's not an interview, it's a conversation. So to give you an idea, it's not structured at all. But like, yeah, you and me, and like even Liam and Ryan, because Ryan's in this group too. Like, we're gonna easily be criticized for anything we're doing right now. Like we had a Game of Thrones review, and I butchered a character's name, and I said, for another character, I said Sansa instead of Sansa, and I got hit, and people were DMing me. I'm like, all right, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, but people like to focus on the micro of that.
The micro problems instead of the macro.
Like, okay, everything was great, but yo, Gomez doesn't even know how to say the name. He doesn't even watch the show. It's like, dude.
My last episode, well, not my last video, I forgot what antithesis meant, and I was like, fuck, I'm like an idiot.
That's a vocab word.
I know, and I was like,
the fuck does that mean?
It's like the opposite.
I'll tell you after the show.
Why can't you
after the show.
Yeah, this is why Liam failed the SATs. But anyways.
No.
I did not.
He's like, I just didn't score high.
I only had 3 digits on my score.
Listen,
you only had one section.
They tell you they give you 400 points and putting your name on.
That's a lie.
Well, it's not a lie,
it's a fake
but
incentive.
They take points off if you spell your name wrong. I didn't know that, so.
No way.
I'm fucking around, dude. Come on.
I'm about to slap you. I was like, what?
My name is literally 4 letters.
I know. Yeah, but you never know. You were probably so nervous. You were like, my name?
Cool. I took the SATs a year after.
You literally had a SpongeBob moment. You're like, my name?
A year after I graduated, I took the SATs.
Oh, you took it then?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Stupid.
But yeah, no. The point is, like, I blanked. I had a brain fart, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's going to be on camera. And I didn't edit it out. I was like, you know what? I think the showing the humanity and like that we're not perfect is like the best thing, and I think we need it, especially with this culture now. Everyone's like so PC and proper, and I'm kind of like
they try to be. I feel like
they try.
That's what I like about my page. Also, it's just a lot of it's not like the best workouts you've ever seen.
Yeah,
but it's just like the real this is what I do, because people are like, oh, what should I do? I'm like, this is what I do, and I'll tell people people DM me. I'm like, I do this, and they're like, that doesn't work. I'm like, then why are you asking me, dude? Like, just try it. But, like, the few people that try what I tell them, they're like, dude, I actually see results. I'm like, wow, it's crazy.
No, I like your workouts because they're very eccentric and they're different. I'm trying to think of like an example.
Dude, if I was ripped, like in really good shape, and people were asking me like, and they were like, well, it doesn't work. I'd be like, well, did you switch your diet to like Alpo? Because that's all I eat. Alpo and carrots.
Alpo?
Dog food.
What? I was like, all right, well, I was just saying how we're gonna get.
Oh, it's not working. Wait, you got to go on an all Alpo diet. That's.
I was just gonna say, like, we're gonna get criticized now because you had Alpo instead of Apple. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah,
Alpo?
Apple, ALPO, Apple.
Wait, that's
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Alpo, it's a dog food.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Alpo.
APPLE.
Alpo's gonna come after you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna send you $100 check. Thanks,
We're like,
guys. It really hurt.
Boosted ourselves.
Yeah. Thanks, idiots. With your stupid podcast.
I would just go say stupid shit. People would drive me nuts. Like, hey, the way you're telling me doing crunches, I've been doing them for 3 weeks now, and I don't have an 8-pack. I'd be like, well,
you gotta eat your Alpo.
Yeah, you gotta eat your Alpo.
But a lot of it's like people do it, but then I'm like, I just see them doing it. It's like, dude, you're like half-assed doing this movement I told you to do, and you're doing it so wrong.
It's all technique.
Yeah.
It's all technique.
And plus, everybody's body is different. So what works for you isn't going to necessarily work for somebody else. Although, in general, like the way that you lift weights, like the movements are kind of the same.
And I'm in the midst of like, I'm taking my exam in a few weeks to get like my certified personal trainer. Like I bought that for my birthday, and like just gonna have it. So I'm like, have some
or
credibility.
Yeah.
But even that, like the test is like, you can study for it and pass it, but like a lot of these trainers I see, especially at our gym, it's like
basic.
It's basic, but it's also like the dude's like, all right, you're gonna do 12 lap pull down, be on their phone, and that just pisses me off that like someone's paying for your help, like genuinely does not know what they're doing, and you're just like chilling on your phone, you're talking to other people. Like I'd be in there just like counting the reps, like, yo, you got 2 more, like that's what you should pay for.
That's
these people pay for like trainers online who are just giving you these cookie cutter programs. They're not helping you. It's like if they're like, hey, this is not working, you have to change it. Not like, oh well, you're not trying hard enough. And I don't want to say people aren't like trying hard enough. It's just genuinely not working for you, and like whoever's helping you should take note of that and make the modifications.
Yeah, and even I also want to throw this out there just for people to understand. Like, if you compare a powerlifter to a bodybuilder, like they have different goals. Yeah. And yet again, their body composition and how they physically look is just so different. Like the bodybuilder is like a burly guy, and like the shredded guy is the bodybuilder. And it's like it's just more complicated than it is, and people have different goals in lifting.
Powerlifters just look like fat thumbs.
But ripped, like not ripped, but like jacked, like huge,
no neck,
huge jacked thumb.
But I've tried that, but I just like hate lifting heavy. Like
Yeah.
I like my
It's
like,
so bad
dangerous.
for your body. It's so bad for your body.
Yeah. I mean, we can do it
So
now,
bad.
but eventually we're gonna have to.
I fucked up my fucking ankles and my shoulders.
Well, that's the thing. It's technique. Like, especially people are scared of deadlifting. I'm like, okay,
You need
well,
a spotter. You need to wear belts. You
yeah.
need to wear wrist straps.
Yeah.
I was doing all that, and like I still.
No,
I'm
but-
afraid to fucking try deadlift 315.
I love deadlift. I love deadlifting
I
more
do
than
deadlift
squatting. More
when
than
I do
squatting.
work out, but
I love
I
squatting.
fucking hate squatting.
I
I
hate
would
squatting. I don't know what it is.
I
I'd
like
rather get
squatting
punched
because
in the
I
mouth than have to do legs.
that's
Anyway,
crazy.
what?
I hate working
I'll
on my
gladly,
legs.
I'll gladly punch you in the mouth.
I like the. I recently like in the past like 2-3 years like because me and my friend Ted we were lifting we were squatting like heavy but we would be going like 20 degrees like yeah 315 but like just going like that.
Yeah.
And then this guy's like this one dude came up to us like yo like strip off the weight and just work at like 95 to 135 but like
Yeah.
go past 90 and like since I've done that like I don't go that heavy I stop around like 275 but like just going down that low I love it like. People are like, oh, you can't lift that heavy, but it's like I'm not trying to like be like a heavy lifter, like
Yeah,
No,
no,
you
absolutely.
You don't
Good.
need to be.
And like it's funny because I was like back when I was really like lifting, I looked up some bodybuilding workouts, and this one I forget his name, but this one guy, all his workouts were like 20 reps, but like 6 sets, and the burn, holy
Yeah.
shit! Like
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like that with like heavy lifting. It's a different feeling when you get the
Yeah.
burn and shit, but like I literally couldn't bend my wrist. I was just so getting that blood pump, and I liked it. It's just that's where the mental battle comes in when you're doing
That's what I was
lighter
thinking.
weight. It's definitely more of a mental battle compared to heavy weight
Yeah.
because you really have to like progress yourself and pursue that that rep you're trying to get. But
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, like when I tried the powerlifting thing, I just can't do because I'll see these programs and it's like do 5 reps at like 50%, then like 2 reps at this, and it's just like I can't do these rest periods and just like do like 3 or 4 movements, and that's
Yeah.
my workout. Like when
Yeah.
I work out, I'm doing 20 exercises. I superset everything, like,
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
smart. Yeah.
So that's why I like kind of like don't have to supplement with cardio. I feel like because I'm like
You're
when people
already-
work
so,
out,
like,
I'm
hit
like,
training?
shit, dude. Like,
yeah, I was gonna mention.
so
that.
I'm doing like lat pull down, and then right after I finish, I'm doing like lateral raises for like back and shoulders, and then back and forth.
Yeah.
Then I'll take my break.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is just like exertional.
Yeah, no, you just gotta mix it up. And there's no magic method of doing it. And like what Liam said, hit training sucks because it's good for you.
It's a good workout.
It fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
I did like a 10-15 minute, like at the end of my workouts, I used to do 15 minutes, 30-second sprints, 30-second jog, and that
I should
would-
make.
your
That
ass.
should
Yeah,
make
you're
you-
done. But I just hate doing it, and
I think
I
if
don't
you
know.
just do it, like
Just
it'll
do
build
it.
up. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
when I start cutting,
like,
like
stop
the
being a
first 2
pussy,
weeks is
just
like
do
the
it.
worst.
I mean, like remember when I said
that's
get
what Nike's original thing was,
stop being a
What?
pussy.
Stop being a pussy, just do it.
Who's?
Then Nike, and then they're like, no,
Oh.
we gotta take the top off.
Damn. Fuck. Yo, put it back on there. I'll fucking wear way more Nike shit.
Stop being a pussy. That's what
Go
they
to
said.
Kohl's, get my
Just
Nike
do
fix.
it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Where do you go? Fucking Nike store. I mean Kohl's. like Kohl's. I love
Hey,
fucking
Kohl's
Kohl's.
is lit.
Kohl's is so lit, and they have Under Armour now. I think.
Ooh.
They're decked out.
Lauren buys all my t-shirts.
Oh, that's cute. Your girl shops for you,
Yeah, because I wear everything till it just looks like a fucking ragged cloth.
and she just like
I'm all about the
She
discount.
hooks
shop.
it up.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
People don't know. You
People
know,
don't
people
know.
don't know unless they're really checking your tags.
But you can buy nice stuff. With
You can buy nice
clearance.
stuff. You can go.
I literally look like the clearance rack of Nike when I go to the gym.
Dude, we're not.
My tank top's like $5.
We're at an age where we're not making our career income. Like that's why I want to hark
Or
back
any
into. No,
I'm
exactly.
losing money by living.
Yeah,
Shit,
I'm just-
that's horrible. I was doing that when I was diving, but now that I'm climbing, I'm actually like I live on my own. Well, me and my girl live together, so it's like.
But you're gonna progress.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
gonna be.
like-
I'm not gonna be doing it forever.
No,
Like,
you
I'm
know, but like
moving on to bigger and
even
better
in
things.
with the company, you're gonna get
Fuck
your different
yeah.
positions, and I think that's like I always talk about in the mashup.
I'm still struggling. Don't get me wrong. You see me? I came home last night, invited him over,
Yeah.
and work called, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to go out here."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
him and Stouter were at my house. And
We
I
were
wasn't
chilling.
even there, and I had to be out for like an
Yeah.
hour and a half, and then come back because I need to make the money.
Yeah,
And
we
I
were
gotta
chilling with the
fucking pay them
baby,
bills.
and I was just feeding the baby. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll chill with your girlfriend, and I'll take care of the baby. But that's the thing with
A real one.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like
Show the baby.
and no, but he's just like,
Changing diapers.
it's funny because he was just like, oh, I gotta go. I'm like, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
Like we were already there, and he's like, I'll be back in like an hour and a half. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So we're just relaxing. But I do want to, with the mashup, it's, you know, it's also part movie talk, and this is the life talk. But the thing I want to like emphasize on is post-grad life, because I think everybody right now with Instagram want to make this impression that everything's perfect, you know. And I do want to talk to you about like how your post-grad experience and how have you been mentally. And like I know like you put out a lot of content, you get your likes. But I want to ask, like, how is it for, like, the real Ravin, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, the struggle behind the images and stuff. Because me personally, people think, like, I'm the happiest person in the world. I'm like, no, I got that picture, that smile had so much for me to get to, you know? So what's your point on that, and how's everything?
Well, I think with anyone, like, I post, obviously, the good stuff. I'm not just like, oh, I hate med school. Like, I'm dying in the library. Like, that's, like, a Snap story thing.
Yeah. We'll leave it to Snapchat. We'll leave the bitching to Snapchat. Like,
yeah, but I think a lot of it, it's, like, it's definitely tough because like all my good friends work and like go on trips, have money, and it's like I don't even have time to do that. Like, so I don't have time to make money, and then like especially living in like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, like you see some like you like grow up here like in South Jersey, and you're like, damn, people got money. Like,
they got money.
People in Miami,
they got money.
They make Miami people make Cherry people look poor. Like
Oh
you see
yeah,
these dudes
dude.
like they have their own boats, and their parents have like a bigger yacht, and like then where they
Oh my
live, it's
God.
crazy. So
So like the yacht shit out a baby boat.
yeah, it's crazy.
That
And
kind of
then just seeing how like some of them grown up, and then they're like, oh, you don't do that? And it's like, no, like you haven't been to Dubai. I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
We were gonna go, but then you know. But I think a lot of it's like it's tough not comparing yourself, because even in med school, it's
you
just
didn't go to Dubai?
Yeah,
That's so
I've been
funny.
in Dubai.
See, that's the thing. So Cherry Hill, what you're trying to say for the audience is Cherry Hill is light work. I mean,
No, it's just like you're just in a bubble wherever you are, and then you see what's out there, and I feel like that's really pushed me to be like, and the people I talk to, because I'm huge on just like ask people like, yo, like when am I gonna make it? Like when, like because I'll see dudes with like, you know, these like a lot of my friends' parents who like just because they've grown up with it, they don't really ask their parents. Like, I'm just like, dude, like when am I ever gonna have this? Like, dude, just be patient, like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, and then you hear their stories and like, man, you had it tough, like tougher than me.
Yeah.
So it just takes a while for it to like accumulate. And,
No, absolutely. And I like, see, we haven't talked in a while. I think the last time we talked was at LA Fit.
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness. What was the one that closed? The gym by
Metro.
Yeah, it was at Metro.
Booming. Metro not so booming.
Club Metro.
Where was
on
that
73 by Promenade.
I think
It's
I
on the
had a
corner.
membership there.
Yeah, it's like by Hair Cuttery. Yeah, it closed, and now it's a Raymore and Flanagan.
Oh,
Like,
I
oh,
gotta
what?
worry about paying them back, baby.
Yeah, but no, I was talking to you. I was, I think you're a fucking nut job, Liam. I swear to God. It's like-
they're closed.
That's what
I
I
know.
just, like,
Well, that's the thing. Liam's my comedy,
Just
and I'm just
saying.
like, all right, I gotta be the anchor and fucking try not to laugh too hard. Fucking jerk off.
Yo, can we talk about the fucking school photo story that I have?
Oh, you have.
Yeah, so before like this started, we were talking about getting school photos, and I just started laughing like an asshole, uncontrollably. And I remembered when we used to go to middle school, the one year we were getting school photos, and I always hated taking pictures because I just got braces. I think this is 8th grade year.
You said braces or racist?
I just had braces.
I just got racist. I'm like, damn, that you flipped the switch.
Oh,
Yeah, middle school. Was like
Yeah, we'll
right
leave.
there. That was a turning point for me. Was middle school, to be honest.
I'm a recovering racist. That's what Liam is right now.
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
How long has it been? 12 years.
Like
Anyways.
a week. I don't know. But so this, we used to wait in line to go in to get so I go up, and this older woman with like glasses, she's like, okay, you want to turn your head and like just put your hands on like your lap or whatever. And I guess like she was like, no, turn your head like 90 degrees. And I'm like, lady, just say left or right. Like, I don't know what the fuck 90 degrees. What?
You are stiff when you take pictures.
So
you
then,
feel like you're falling.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. So then she's like, no, you have to. Like, she walks over to me and lifts up her arm, and she's missing this part of her arm and touches my face with her nubbin.
Oh my
And
God.
moves it over to
That-
where she wants it. So I'm like, nubbin touches me, and she's like, just turn your head like that. And I go, am I supposed to smile for this lady? Wants me to smile for this?
You
fucking
should
thing
have
that
been like, you
happened?
should have wiped your mouth. You're like,
I was
oh
like,
my.
what just happened, dude? This would happen to me. This would happen to me. This lady just, and like, no, like, it's whatever happened. Feel bad for her. Maybe she doesn't, like, maybe she was born with it. I don't know. You don't touch somebody in the face with your nubbin, dude. You gotta ask first.
Yeah,
If
when
she asked, I would have been like, let's go for it.
I think it's weird to ask.
you don't ask your
You
nub.
just whip it out.
Nike, just do it.
Yeah, just
do it, pussy.
Wait, are you
just fucking whip it out?
just like what?
I was just like so shocked that this lady just fucking
You just got nubbed.
like it was nothing. And I like again like people that are handicapped. It's cool, right? Like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. This lady touched me in the face. Okay, that's what I'm trying to put it out there.
Moral of the story:
That's
if
what I
if
was
you get
laughing at.
nubbed, just take it.
Watch
to the
out
chest.
for. I don't know if she's alive still. Sorry, because she was a little older, but older.
Thank God.
Look at both of the person's arms that are taking your photo next time you get a school photo, kids.
I'm sure the 8th graders listen to
Yeah.
that.
They probably were scarred. Like she's been doing this for years. See, they're in
I'm
therapy.
gonna get a fucking phone call.
Watch.
Owing somebody an apology.
Someone's in therapy. He's like, "What do you remember?" A nub. Just like fucking coming towards you in the
It
light.
happened to me. The craziest shit happens.
Did
to
you
me,
tell
dude.
your dad like, "Hey
No,
son, how
that
was your
like
day?"
That like because he was talking about school photos and it just like popped into my head and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot this lady touched me with her not arm right on my face. Crazy shit happens to me though, dude. Like I got bit by a monkey before.
Oh,
when I was
well.
on
So
vacation.
yeah, in Dubai. Is that where
I was in Punta Cana.
So
dude.
you're telling me you're patient 0 for AIDS? Like, what are you?
No, I got bit. I didn't get diddled. Okay,
Diddles?
it's different. It's different.
That's the antithesis.
That's the
Crazy stuff.
antithesis.
Yeah,
of,
that's the antithesis.
There you go. See, I
of
didn't
just
bra-
do it, pussy. The
didn't
monkey
brain fart.
fucking bit me. It did. Bit me
What-
on the car still.
Oof.
Call my dad. You can call my dad and ask him right now.
Your dad's a cool guy.
No, he's very cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I'll say that on the
Yeah,
podcast.
He's seen my Planet Fitness. Hey, Mr. Baker. I don't know you, little Indian kid. Dad, be nice to him.
Is it Patel? I'm just guessing because like I'm probably right. It ends up being
A
right.
funny story about that is one time I was in the OR, like, and we have to, as students, you have to write your name.
Yeah.
And then I didn't write my name, so you get pissed off of you because, like, you're literally, like, the scum in there. So the lady's like, what's your name? I'm like, oh, it's last name Patel. She goes, Patel? How do you spell that? I'm like, oh, like, Patel. She goes, what is that? I was like, what do you mean you've never heard that? And everyone, like, stopped what they're doing. And she's like, I've never heard that name. I'm like,
Wow.
you've worked in healthcare for, like, 20
Yeah,
years.
and
You've
you're
never
gonna
heard
tell
of
me.
Patel?
See, that's when like the stereotype is right. Like you never heard of a doctor
Yeah.
of Patel or any Indian name. Like, come on. What do you mean? What is that? What is you?
Everyone was, like, so mad at her. Like, what are you talking about? She's never heard that. I'm like, all right.
You should have been like, what's your name? Oh, I've never heard that.
She must have been from Dubai.
Yeah, you know these Dubai motherfuckers. But I
What do you call if you're from Dubai?
I'm Dubaian.
Dubane.
Oh,
Dubanese?
Dubane.
Oh,
Is it
Dubanese?
Dubane? You said it so
Dubanese?
serious. I was like, oh shit.
I would have believed that right there.
Dubaian. that's what I-
Dubanese.
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 All right, you're just gonna try to hark back to the Asian culture and just add ease.
Aaron's right here.
You
Yeah.
guys
I
are
don't- I don't
fucking
say
just zero in.
Filipinese, it's
First
just
you call me racist.
Recovering Asian.
Recovering racist.
And then we call you Nub Boy.
They have, like,
Yeah.
AA, they have RR.
Yeah.
recovering.
This is so
gotta
stupid.
All right.
But no, it's a crazy
Yes.
weekend because it's Passover and it's Easter. And if you're still immature, it's 420.
Yo, listening.
Serious?
What the fuck?
Oh, hey.
We ain't talking to you, bitch.
See, this is how you know the government's listening.
She just.
Oh!
What's calling me?
Oh my God! Siri
That
just
was
called.
the craziest thing.
Whoa!
Oh, I did not do anything.
I
I
did
just
not
said
do
bitch,
anything.
and she heard me, and it called me.
Well,
what
no,
the
kid-
fuck do you have
Wait,
me as
wait,
in
wait,
your
wait.
phone?
Because you're bitch under there.
Fuck
I'm
you.
joking. No. Well, that actually threw me off.
Yeah.
See, this is why we have the Patriot Act because they're monitoring the shit out of us.
Obama. No, it's.
No, it's been anyway. All right,
Trump's the
let's
president.
leave the politics away from Liam, okay? While we do it.
I don't know anything about politics.
But I want to hark
at all.
back to you,
I don't-
Ravin. We're gonna wrap this episode up. So balancing school, your fitness account, and you're going through med school, and you still have a long journey.
Right.
Any tips for people that want to look into medical and even pursue their own passion project on the side?
Yeah. So, like, first for the medical thing, I feel like you have to be ready for the commitment. And I wouldn't, people, like, the two biggest things, like, oh, like, I was going to be a doctor, but, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it costs too much. Like, yeah, it costs too much. It's like, you pay like $60,000 a year in school and then like you can't work. So
Yeah.
it's like called Grad Plus. You take out a loan just for your like car payment, house, and everything like that. So it's like $100,000 a year. So it's like you're in the hole when you're out at $400,000 basically.
Yeah.
Most people. So like, I wouldn't let that stop you because like even doctors now still pay their loans, but you're just paying the minimum. Just like you'll have a job, so you're good for it. So
Yeah.
don't let that stop you, and don't let the time stop you because you're gonna, if you choose a different career, you're gonna be that age anyway. You're gonna be 28,
Exactly.
38, 34, and be like, shit, a doctor at this point.
Yeah, I think the main thing to take away is that if you want to make money, you got to spend money to really, and that's the thing. You're gonna be paying your shit off, but yet again, you're gonna be living comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm assuming like when you have your doctorate and everything, you're gonna be living comfortable. But yet again, you want to, if your heart's in it.
Yeah.
That's the main.
You see people who are doing it for the money. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna pick specialty that picks the most money, but it's just like. You have to work for it. It's not one of those like, oh, you can work 8 to 5 and just make that much money. Unless you do derm, then you're chilling.
It's stressful because I like my own doctor personally, dude. Like the prescriptions and then the soap note itself, like it's stressful. And you know, you're making money on like this isn't what my experience, but you're making money for family practice like based on the amount of patients you're seeing. You know, so it's like.
And a lot of it's like there's so much pressure on a doctor because it's like every other job it's like, oh, you messed up, it's like, okay, fine, like, we don't care. But then like if you're a physician, you're just hold to a better standard. It's just like, yo, like this happened to me. It's like, you know, it's a bigger like.
I'm sorry, but this dumbass to my right is laughing so hard. Why are you laughing?
He's so right because like imagine like if you go on for surgery to get your leg removed and you come out with a missing arm.
Yeah.
You go to take school photos of a kid, dude.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
No, it's like any other job. It's like, seriously. you get charged a late fee, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we charged you a late fee. Like, we'll take it back. Like,
yeah, and like
a lot of it you can't take back, and it's like,
and nobody wants a fucking nub, you know. It just happens.
Some people,
yeah,
don't just judge people, okay?
No, absolutely. And you're doing your passion and shit, and I just want to finally ask, like, I think it's such a good balance that you're working out and you're becoming a doctor because it gives you perspective on both sides. You know, you're not just prescribing, here, take this as the magic pill. You know, you're gonna be truly holistic at your approach, especially that you're doing family medicine. So like, is there anything you want to add to that, like just the fact that you're balancing and looking into the fitness and medicine?
So I think because you asked earlier about the just kind of the passion project thing, I feel like people don't do that enough, and then they just sit around and like waste their time, waste their life. It's like if you like something, even if it doesn't make you any money but it makes you happy, like the fitness account may never become anything, but like I love it. Like I love putting it out there. I love like the 2-3 people who actually like watch my stuff and are like, yo, like that was sick that you did that, and it's like cool that you get that. So I think a lot of people are afraid of trying and starting it, or they don't know where to start. You just have to do it. Like I'm sure you guys didn't just like buy all this equipment on day one and like have this running. It's like just buy the microphone and just try it out and like learn. And a lot of people are like, well, I would start a podcast, but I don't know how to like film. It's like there's so much information out there that these people are like huge podcasters are giving out for free. Like, you know, you just gotta buy it and do it. You gotta, and just try it. Like at worst you're just gonna like, it's gonna suck, and then you're just gonna live your life anyway.
And that's what I wanted to add. Like whoever wants to shit talk on me on having a podcast, but like as long as I'm hitting like, you know, one person, and people do reach out to like the mashup and say thanks and stuff, which is great. And I love doing this. This is a form of therapy, low key, for me. Just to talk to other people, and it's great. And like hearing your story and hearing that, you know, everything's not perfect and how you're getting through your day is really inspiring. So I'm like, thank you for showing up. And guys, we're gonna wrap this episode up. If you want more information on Ravin, it'll be in the description below. Be sure to follow his account and his fitness account. And we drop episodes on Wednesday, and I think our new format is we're gonna do movie talk on audio only, and life talk on video, because that's kind of the high demand right now.
People love watching me sweat
on live TV and talk about his nub stories, of course. But just most importantly, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow
check out the
us.
website.
Check out our new website. That's Thank you. And we're on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to like the page and make sure you guys rate us on Apple Podcasts, most importantly.
The website's themashuppodcast.com.
mashuppodcast.com.
No, it's the mashuppodcast.com.
It's the mashup.
Can't spell it, don't go to it.
We'll have it right here.
It'll show up in editing. We'll get there, you lazy pieces of junk. Anyways, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.